Hey, thanks everybody for clicking on us. She's Breland, I'm Rich. The Bills play the Dolphins, first of two meetings in 3 weeks, which is kind of odd to have the first meeting this end of the year, but a crucial matchup. The playoff hopes almost die if the Bills do not win the final home game of the season.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's to their advantage that they are at home for this, to kick off this stretch anyway, because they historically do play well at home at New Era Field. Defend your dirt, as Sean McDermott would say. But I definitely think this is a huge week because obviously if they lose here, they're going to have to beat the Patriots, which we know is the loftiest of tasks. So
now it's win 3 and you're in for the Bills, but that middle one is the tough one. So it stinks to get negative so quickly, but if you assume a loss on the road to New England, which is unfortunately a likely outcome, then you need both wins against Miami, a team that just beat the Patriots. So we look at this. Are there things that the Dolphins did to the Patriots that the Bills can kind of look at? I saw 0 for 11 from Tom Brady on third down against the Dolphins. Is it something that the defense is doing, do we think?
You know what, and this is something that was brought up to Sean McDermott a lot today, and he kind of, as he does, it's his trademark, Sean McDermott, kind of skirted around that.
He's big at saying nothing while talking directly at you.
Yeah, but Tyrod gave us a little bit more today, and he said that they 100% need to come out and come out hard and definitely get those drives deep down the field. Otherwise, he's like, this is going to be a tough task. If we don't come out and go guns blazing in the first quarter, I think we're going to have some trouble. So he gave us a little bit more than what McDermott said, which is, sometimes it's been proven that the Bills do struggle if they're shut out in the first quarter. So I kind of agree with Tyrod on that situation. But you know what? I think they have a pretty good, decent shot at doing this. Like I said, they're at home. It's going to be cold, which we all know kind of favors Buffalo because they clearly like that.
Well, it certainly doesn't help a team from Miami, Florida. Now, you touched on Tyrod Taylor. I think that's interesting because the last time we saw Tyrod in a Bills uniform, he was being carted off the field with a knee injury against the Patriots. Although in that game, while suffering that knee injury on the first play of the game, he led a very long drive that almost took up half of the first quarter. Interception on the 1-yard line doesn't help, but he was almost doing to a T what the Bills need, long, sustained drives.
And that's what he said is the key to the game this week is to really make those long, sustained drives and make them count. Get 7 instead of, getting there and having your boy Stephen Hauschka come in and seal the deal. They need to get 7 every single time they're down there, which, is simple, of course, but when you think about how they've struggled during the first quarter a lot of times this season, I think, obviously that is a crucial part, even though it sounds, very simple and, well, duh, of course you need to get 7. But because they've struggled in the first quarter, I think that was a key point from him today.
A big key for me in this game is going to be handling the Miami front four because we saw what they were able to do against the Patriots offensive line. Ndamukong Suh, Cameron Wake, the whole unit there was just compressing the pocket right away. And I say this is going to be huge because the Bills succeed when LaShawn McCoy has good games. He's doing the whole we're chasing 10K thing, trying to become the 30th running back in the NFL to have 10,000 rushing yards. But if you can get that defensive line moving and the Bills' offensive line just out and pulling and getting LaShawn in open space so he can make plays, then that keeps the Bills' offense churning and it makes the play action more effective. And then if you can get Miami to play catch-up and you get Jay Cutler, who looks like he hates his football life at all times.
Sean McDermott called him an elite quarterback today.
You know what? Bill Belichick also called Tyrod Taylor an elite quarterback, so I think we're just kind of promoting the other guy, so to speak. But if you can get Jay Cutler, who's a gunslinger, in that I need to catch up mode, and he's throwing, all right, that Bills secondary is good. If you can force him into 1 turnover, then all of a sudden that snowballs and becomes 2 and 3. And all of a sudden you allow Cutler to beat himself.
And we've seen him do that.
Oh, he's absolutely done that. And then he's looked like he doesn't care.
Right. I definitely think this is doable. Do you think because they beat the Patriots and because they were at home and it was such a big game?
Oh, I think they're riding high. And I think they're very susceptible
they're going to come in here
for a letdown game because Miami's in this playoff chase too. Well, they have their work cut out for them. They need a lot of help, but they are not eliminated.
Right.
So they just thought they had the statement win for them. I absolutely think they could be in store for a letdown game, especially if the weather's kind of crappy up.
So far, we're seeing everything kind of maybe in terms of conditions, things like that, maybe drifting towards Buffalo's favor on this one. You think? What's your prediction?
I think it's going to be a relatively low-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to the Bills' home game against the Dolphins last year, where it was a shootout. By the way, Tyrod played his best game of the year in that game. But I see Buffalo winning somewhere around like 24-17, 21-20, close but relatively low scoring.
I would say 21-14, around the same thing.
Yeah.
So
well, we'll see. If they don't win, then we're talking about the draft this time next week. Well, thank you so much for watching. Again, she's Breland, I'm Rich. Enjoy the game.